So when we are dealing with the virtual switching infrastructure, so we have two major vendors. The first one is Microsoft Hyper-V and the second one is VMware. So most of the time in the production infrastructure, we are dealing with these two hypervisors. And if we are going to focus on the fault tolerance, high availability and load balancing, and going to cover the virtual switching environment. So there are lots of options available on the platform of Microsoft Hyper-V and on the platform of VMware as well. So when we talk about the virtual switches, so there are two major technologies which generally we use with the Hyper-V. And in the same manner, we have two major technologies, or we have two major types of virtual switches which we generally use with the deployment of VMware ESXi host and cluster environment. So first of all, we are going to deal with the Microsoft Hyper-V. So on the platform of Microsoft Hyper-V, we have two types of virtual switching technologies. The first one is lbfo, load balancing and failover, while the second one is SAT, switch embedded teaming. And in the same manner, if I talk about the VMware, so on the platform of the VMware, we have two types of virtual switches. The first one is standard switch, while the second and the tremendous one is distributed switch. So first of all, we are going to explore the Microsoft virtual switching technologies, and after that we will definitely talk about VMware technologies regarding the virtual switches. So when we are dealing with the hypervisors virtual switching technologies, so we have two types of major technologies on the platform of Microsoft Azure. The first one is lbfo, load balancing and failover, while the second one is SAT, switch embedded teaming. So whenever we are going to implement a single host machine for the purpose of demo, testing and non-production infrastructure, so in that scenario, LBFO is recommended. LBFO is a technology which generally used for the purpose of network teaming. And this LBFO is directly implemented inside the server operating system. So Hyper-V don't care about the teaming environment, because hypervisor of the Microsoft hypervisor is completely independent from the teaming side. So it's an older technology. Right now we are still using with this server 2022 and 2025. But the important thing is that when we are using the LBFO is completely implemented on single host machine environment. It does not support any kind of SDN environment. It does not support RDMA and all advanced technologies, or all advanced features regarding the virtual switching environment. And if you want to optimize your network performance, so again it's not possible with the LBFO. It's just a basic kind of teaming solution where we combine two or more than two Ethernet adapters, and these adapters will be presented as a single virtual switch inside the server operating system, just for the purpose of fault tolerance, high availability and load balancing when we are dealing with the virtual switching environment. The second and the important category on the platform of Microsoft is SAT, switch embedded teaming. This is the first technology which is directly implemented inside the Hyper-V. So operating system not involved in the implementation of SAT. The important thing is, whenever you are going to create the clustering environment with Microsoft Server operating system, it might be Server 2022 or Server 2025, and you are going to implement hyperconverged infrastructure with the help of two or more than two host machines. So in that scenario, you need to implement a technology which can easily support software defined networks, because this software defined network technology will make your physical Ethernet adapters into a single virtual switch. So that's the important feature which generally use whenever we are dealing with the clustering environment. Second thing is that Now, whenever we are dealing with the clustering technology, so we need advanced level of features like RDMA, performance optimization, and VLAN tagging inside the virtual machine or inside the Hyper-V as well. So all these advanced level features available with the SAT technology whenever you are dealing with the server operating systems on the platform of Microsoft. So the scenario is very clear, and we have specific scenarios where we can easily suggest what kind of technologies regarding the virtual switching we are going to implement when we are dealing with the hypervisor. So LBFO is completely recommended for the single host machine implementation, while the SAT is completely recommended and completely provide the complete solutions regarding the clustering environment. Now it's a scenario where we can discuss about the virtual switching features on the platform of VMware ESXi. So whenever we are dealing with the virtual switches and we are using the VMware environment, so again we have two types of virtual switches. The first one is standard switch, while the second one is distributed switch. And it's a kind of coincidence, or it's a kind of technology that whenever we are going to compare a standard switch with Microsoft, so the standard switch of VMware is completely behave like lbfo technology, which means that standard switches on the platform of VMware does not support SDN, does not support any kind of clustering features, performance optimization, and all other advanced level features which generally required by any kind of virtualization infrastructure. It's just implemented on a single host machine. You can integrate two or more than two physical LAN cards with the standard switches of the VMware, but unfortunately this standard switch does not provide any kind of advanced level features. And if we move forward and want to get detailed information about the distributed switches, so again, if I'm going to compare this technology or this type of switching technique with the Microsoft, so on the platform of Microsoft we have SAT switch embedded technology, while the same technology which provided by the VMware is called distributed switch. So these distributed switches are completely compatible with the SDN. They are completely supporting all kinds of clustering technology, vMotion, live migration, and all kinds of advanced features regarding the server clustering technology. So here is the summary. So when we talk about the virtual switching infrastructure, might be on the platform of Hyper-V or might be on the platform of VMware. So we have almost the same technologies with different names, with different architecture, but the implementation and other criterias are almost same. So I hope that whenever you are dealing with the hypervisor technology and want to implement virtual switches on the platform of VMware and Hyper-V, so now you have a better idea where you can implement the distributed switches, where you need to come up with the SAT or LBFO or standard switches. Thank you very much.